test. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Well, I'll never tire of saying this, but here we are at Sphinx Drive for another edition of Coventry United Match Day. And yes, that is a very irritating Mr. Harry Barnes you can hear in the background. Welcome to another edition of Coventry United Match Day right here at Sphinx Drive with your host, the mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cook. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your weekend. It's about to get a whole lot better because we have got a full 2 Premier Division, and you can catch them live. I would say uninterrupted, but we do take a break at half time. But yeah, live coverage on YouTube of today's match. Don't forget to hit that like button on YouTube if you are enjoying the commentary. You can leave a comment below as well. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, before we go any further, I've got to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to Coventry United Match Day's YouTube channel, because yesterday we actually hit 100 subscribers. So a big thank you to everyone who subscribed to the Coventry United Matchday YouTube page. Keep them coming. We'll actually be able to get some money out of YouTube one day. We've got 10 minutes to go until kick-off here in the beautiful city of Coventry. Before we go any further, of course, today's show is sponsored by Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. Right, let's get ourselves into some team news here on Coventry United Match Day. Starting in goal, we have number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Moodim. 3, Ben Valance. 4, Tommy Glasgow. Number 5, Chris Cox. 6, Rob Prinzel. 7, Kevin Thornton. Number 8, Muzzy Unduna. 9, Simeon Townsend. 10, Dylan Otchudi. And 11, Josh O'Grady. And just 4 subs on the bench. United, of course, very short on options due to this ongoing injury crisis. So on the bench, we have number 12, Scott Hammond. Number 13, Joe Connor. 14, Tom Hall. And 15, Reece Snape. For Highgate this afternoon, we have number 1, Brendan Bunn. 2, Brad Haywood. 3, Anton Astley. Number 4, David Edwards. 5, Scott Turner. 6, Aaron Brown. 7, Dale Edwards. 8, Josh Hawker. Number 9, Marco Adagio. 10, Macaulay Manning. And 11, Lee Brown. And on the bench, number 12, Isaac Jaggerup. 14, Carl King. 15, Connor Mooney. 16, Scott Rickards. And 17, Lee Knight. Those are the starting lineup for today's match right here at Sphinx Drive. Kick-off just 10 minutes away. But of course, we are not the only fixture happening around the grounds today. Indeed, we are not. We're going to keep you up to date with all of the scores whenever possible. One final score to bring you from the Premier League. Manchester United 1, Arsenal 1. A late equaliser from Olivier Giroud in the 89th minute, cancelling out Juan Mata's opening goal in the second half. Elsewhere in the Premier League, we've got Crystal Palace versus Manchester City. Everton hosts Swansea. Southampton have got Liverpool. That's going to be an absolute cracker, that one. I just feel it. Stoke have AFC Bournemouth. Sunderland take on Fulham in the battle of the struggling teams. Watford have the champions Leicester at home. And the late kick-off is a London derby between Spurs and West Ham. That one usually gets quite fiery. In the Championship, Barnsley host Wigan Athletic, 2 recently promoted teams there. Birmingham have Bristol. City, Blackburn host Brentford. Cardiff have Huddersfield at home. Derby take on Rotherham. Sheffield Wednesday travel to Fulham. Preston have Wolves at home. QPR host Norwich City. Reading welcome Burton. And Ipswich have Nottingham Forest in the late kick-off. In League 1, AFC Wimbledon versus Bury. Bolton have got Millwall at home. Bristol Rovers take on MK Dons. Port Vale travel to Charlton. Fleetwood have got Chesterfield at home. And Northampton have Peterborough at Sixfields. Here's the big one. Coventry City away at Oxford United at the Kassam Stadium. We're going to be keeping you up to date as much as we can with that game. Rochdale take on Swindon. Scunthorpe are at home to Oldham. Sheffield United have got Shrewsbury. Southend take on Bradford. And Walsall at home to Gillingham. And in League 2, we've got Accrington Stanley at home to Stevenage. Barnet have got Crewe, Cambridge United, and Coventry's FA Cup opponents in the coming weeks. That is they're at home to Wickham. Carlisle have got Exeter. Cheltenham host Portsmouth. Hartlepool are away at Doncaster. Leighton Orient take on Blackpool. Mansfield host Crawley. Morecambe are up against Luton. It's Notts County versus Newport. Plymouth are up against Grimsby, and Yeovil take on Colchester. So those are the games in the top 4 divisions, the professional divisions in English football. And of course, let's get into the games that we're going to be seeing in the Middle League Premier Division, the same league as Coventry. Of course, Walsall versus Stourport. Coalville will be taking Shawbury. United, of course, take on Highgate. Long Eaton at home to St Andrews. Loughborough University have Heanor Town. Lytown at home to Coventry Sphinx. Corn versus Broxham. Roster versus Alvechurch. Shepshed Dynamo against Bournemouth St Michael's. Tivedale against Sporting Cowser. And Westfield AFC Wolverinians. Now, of course, don't forget that we are live again on Tuesday as United travel to Brockton. That match, as usual, will be live here on Coventry United Match Day, live on YouTube. Now, we've got a couple of things to get through before we get into the first. We've got to say well done to Kevin Thornton, the Coventry United midfielder, who incidentally is starting in the heart of midfield today. He has been named the Player of the Month for October, I believe it is. Kevin Thornton, the best beard in the business, as we call him here at Sphinx Drive, is the well-deserved Player of the Month for October. And also, we are welcoming here today at Sphinx Drive 33 visitors from the Life Path Trust, which is a charity supporting people in the city with learning disabilities, helping them live their lives to the full, basically, supporting them in independence and employment. We've got 33 visitors from the charity right here at Sphinx Drive enjoying their first taste of non-league football. So a massive welcome, firstly, to anyone here from Life Path Trust at Sphinx Drive, and also anyone associated with the charity around the country. If you're listening in today, a big welcome to all of you. We've got 6 minutes until we kick off here at Sphinx Drive, and well, seriously, I just want to get going. I just want to get going right here, right now. But you know what? Even though there's a lot of injuries right now at Coventry United, you've got to say the squad really have turned it on in recent weeks. I mean, there are several big stars out of action for the Red and Greens. I mean, you've got Ben Mackey, John Decory, Gift Musa, Jamie Coleman, Callum Burgess, Kai Williams. There's a lot of players on the sidelines right now. I mean, it comes to someone, you've got to have Chris Cox, one of our most creative players, at centre-back with Rob Prinzel. But the Red and Greens put in an absolutely outstanding display on Tuesday with a victory, a 5-1 victory for the Red and Green Army at home to Tivedale. Now, I haven't got around to doing the highlights yet because basically the second half coverage, the sound quality wasn't great, but we're going to be trying to get that online for you. But the goals came from Rob Prinzel, first with a low drive from the free kick at the end of the first half. Craig Stevens then got an equaliser 10 minutes after the break with a spectacular long-range effort. But then just literally a couple of seconds later, United had themselves a penalty, which Chris Cox duly converted. Then it was Pierre Moulin to add the third. Simeon Townsend scored the fourth. And then goal number 5 came from Josh O'Grady in injury time. And it's something that we here at Coventry United like to call the old 5. Well, here's hoping that we can get the old 5 round 2 at Sphinx Drive today. Somehow, I think it's going to be a very tight game between these two sides. But we'll have to wait and see. You never know what is going to happen in this division. That is the beauty of non-league football. Highgate are there in 16th place. They've only won 5 games as their opening 15 fixtures. But they are certainly not to be underestimated. As we can see the players coming down from the tree for another afternoon of cracking non-league action. United will, of course, be in their traditional red, white and green kits, the civic colours of Coventry. We'll see the substitutes making their way over to the dugout. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday. Latest goes on from the club and the show. That's at CovMatchday. And so don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. It really does help us out. We're going to be going for a full roundup of the starting lineup for Coventry United and Highgate United. As soon as the players make their way onto the Hello Turf at Sphinx Drive. And also, we have got to mention there was a game between the Coventry United Under-21 and the Coventry United Academy earlier on. And, well, it was a friendly match. And you know what? I've heard of local rivalries. I haven't heard of the same team playing each other. But there you go. United Under-21s won 4-1 against the Coventry United Academy. And here come the stars of our show. Coventry United and Highgate United. Highgate United make their way onto the pitch at Sphinx Drive. Highgate in their, I've got to say, absolutely blinding high-vis shirts. So we won't miss them coming. I think Rich Morris might have an easy day today. He's not going to have a hard time spotting any Highgate players with a kit like that. Right, let's get into the starting lineup once again. For Coventry United, we have number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Moodham. 3, Ben Valance. 4, Tommy Glasgow. 5, Chris Cox. 6, Rob Prinzel. 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Muzzy Unduna. 9, Simeon Townsend. 10, Dylan Otshuddy. And 11, Josh O'Grady. And on the bench, number 12, Scott Hammond. 13, Joe Connor. 14, Tom Hall. 15, Reece Snape. And for the visitors of Highgate, number 1, Brendan Bunn. 2, Brad Hayward. 3, Anton Astley. 4, David Edwards. 5, Scott Turner. 6, Aaron Brown. Number 7, Dale Edwards. 8, Josh Hawker. 9, Marco Adagio. 10, Macaulay Manning. And 11, Lee Brown. And on the bench, number 12, Isaac Jagrup. 14, Carl King. 15, Connor Mooney. 16, Scott Rickards. And 17, Lee Knight. Two captains meeting in the centre circle. Chris Cox, of course, representing Coventry United. Fresh off that 5-1 victory at home to Tiddale on Tuesday night. Can they hit the old 5 again? A relatively unchanged side, except perhaps for Ben Valance coming in at left back for Lewis Hudson.
I did see it.
O'Grady and Otshuddy preparing in the centre circle for the kickoff. The October player of the month, Kevin Thornton, also in there. Highgate players emerge from their huddle.
Come on, God! Your part.
As we prepare for the off, Simeon Townsend, the kickers off in the centre circle for Coventry United. The referee checks that we're all set to go. Checks his watch. And we are underway at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United versus Highgate is underway. Long ball back by Pierre Moodham. Tuesday's man of the match. Townsend nods it over to O'Grady. Townsend once again tries to pick it up on the edge of the area. Good side challenge, keeps it in United's favour. O'Grady taken out. Referee says no foul. O'Grady was tripped in the penalty area. Here comes Highgate. With a long ball down the left hand side by Dale Edwards. It drifts out of play for the throw in for Coventry United. Moodham let's take this throw in. That's too far away from the halfway line, the right hand side. Otshuddy missed with the header, but brings it back to Coventry United. Otshuddy dances his way out of a sea of neon green. Thornton receives it from O'Grady, back down line to Moodin. Here's Thornton once again, United caged on the byline, but it's now come to Simeon Townsend. Well, he strikes on the edge of the area onto the left hand side now. It's missed Unduna. Will Valance be able to keep it in? No, he will not. I think it's going to be Brad Hayward to take the throw on the right hand side for Highgate. Up line. Build with Lee Brown. It will be a Highgate ball. Giving us a free kick on the right hand side, I believe. That's been throw. We do want to make sure it doesn't go to the head of Adagio. O'Grady back into defence now with the captain, Chris Cox. Still playing out of position at centre back. Here's Pierre Moodham. Down line, here's the October player of the month, Kevin Thornton. Lovely through ball down the right wing. Otshuddy tries to keep it away from David Edwards, who's gone out for a Coventry United throw right in the corner. O'Grady swings in towards the far post, it flies away. I believe it will be another corner. It's a corner kick to Coventry United. Once again, it's O'Grady who trudges over this time to the left hand side. Multiple bodies in the area for United. So 3 men back with Lance Glasgow and Moodham back. It's head over his own crossbar by Anton Astley. There will be another corner for United. This time be on the right hand side, and once again it is Josh O'Grady to take it. United's regular set piece taker. No short corner option this time. Swung in, easy catch for the goalkeeper Brendan Bunn. Shot stopper looking for an option now. Moves it towards the left hand side. Manning can't get to it. Moodham will head it away. Throw back into danger. Manning. For Moodham, it will be a throw in to Highgate to be taken by Dale Edwards. A trip there on Lee Brown by, I think it was Rob Frinzel who made the contact. Going to be taken by the number 8, Josh Hawker, captain. Going to swing it into the back hand side of the penalty area. There it goes. It's headed over the goal. The danger ends for the red and greens. It was Lee Brown who made contact, but sadly for him the contact was not great. Morris makes the clearance. That's much like Brown's header. It wasn't a very good one. It's drifted out of play on the halfway line for a Highgate throw. Goes for handball, gets Muzi Unduna, ignored by the referee. Cox, long ball forward, looking for Townsend. Falling to Otshuddy on the left hand side. Will he try and cut in? He will. It's Otshuddy still going. Lays it off for Thornton. If he can get there, he can't. But there's Simeon Townsend. Brilliant save, Brendan Bunn. At point blank range. Bunn was caught out by the initial effort as Otshuddy tried to put it into the area for Kevin Thornton. He managed to scramble across his goal and parry away the strike from Townsend, just as it looked like the goal was gaping for the United number 9. It will be a corner for Coventry United. O'Grady plays a short one. Poor control from Otshuddy, and the clearance made. Daggio misses with the header. It's fallen now to see Tommy Glasgow for Coventry United. On the halfway line now with Pierre Moodham. Otshuddy tries the return ball. It's not the best. It's put down the left hand side for Dale Edwards. And the clearance made by Ben Valance just as Adagio was waiting in the penalty area. It was to Astley. Swung in easily, headed away by Rob Prinzel. Brown will try and keep it alive on the right hand side for Highgate. He's got Hawker down line. Got to play in Manning. Shrugged up the ball by Tommy Glasgow. Valance, long ball down the left hand side, not the most accurate. Neither was Turner's header. It's now fallen to Kevin Thornton. Here's Dylan Otshully. He's got Nduna with him. He'll play it back to Chris Cox at centre back. He's got a little bit of pressure behind him from Manning that's over the left hand side with Josh O'Grady. It's swung in and headed away. I believe that was Scott Turner who made the clearance. It's fallen to Valance. Nduna. What do we do with this one? It's Wuzzy Nduna. Skips his way through the defence. Tries to put it towards Dylan Otshully. And it will drift harmlessly out of play for a goal kick. 5 minutes gone. That's fixed drive. Coventry United 0. Highgate United 0. Positive start from both sides so far. Score update also from the Kassam Stadium where Coventry City are away at Oxford United. Still 0-0 chance for the Sky Blues to seal their first double of the season, having beaten Oxford at home already. Bunn makes the clearance towards the left hand side. Done well by Aaron Brown. Here's Lee Brown. Adagio will strike this one over the crossbar. They're taking a deflection on the way through and it will be a corner. Dale Edwards will leave it for, I think this is Adagio coming over to take up the left hand side. Short corner to Dale Edwards, looking to swing this one back in. Thornton is there trying to block the cross. Played off to Adagio once again. Cross his mate, it's a poor one. Dealt with the near post by Tommy Glasgow. It's kept alive. Dale Edwards keeps it away from Midham. It's in a sea of red. Plays it to Adagio, tries to return the ball to Dale Edwards. United win it back. Hawker can't gain possession for Highgate. Clearance is made. Head forward once again, however. Turner. Hayward. That's with Aaron Brown. Striding forward is Macaulay Manning. The ball into the penalty area will be easily gathered by Rich Morris. Morris poops it away onto the left wing with Josh O'Grady. So he seems to have found his mojo once again, scoring 2 goals in his last 2 games. Glasgow switches it onto Tuesday's man of the match, Pierre Moodin. Places down the right wing, no one there. He had to do something as he was blocked by Adagio and Dale Edwards. So we've had just under 10 minutes. Throwing taken. Adagio, good control, but forced from behind by Prinzel. It's kept alive though by Dale Edwards. Down line, Brown, blocked the ball looking for Adagio, hooped away by Rob Prinzel. Townsend misses with the header. Prinzel nods it forward once again into enemy territory. Nduna over to Thornton now, played back into defence with Chris Cox, who's got nowhere to go except for back to his goalkeeper. Morris gently passes it back to Cox. Cox with plenty of time. Fired forward towards Townsend. It's dealt with by the Highgate defender. Aaron Brown. Highgate playing them into trouble there as Hall had to play it back to the goalkeeper. Ball down the left hand side will go out for a Coventry United throw. A lacklustre start there at the back for Highgate. United have got the throw right in front of us. It's going to be Pierre Moodin to try and find an option. Astley heads it up. And ball claims. It's come back to Dale Edwards on the left hand side. Horton forces Edwards down. And that will be a free kick on the left hand side of the penalty area against the October 3rd month. And it's going to be the skipper, Josh Hawker, standing over it. Everyone but Haywood and Astley in the penalty area. It's whipped in and it's head towards goal, and Morris just able to clear it. A fantastic header. And Morris was just able to scramble across, tip it off the line, and then put it around the post to avoid the follow-up. Highgate coming so close to opening the lead there. I believe it was Aaron Brown who got to it. The biggest man in the box. He uses height for full advantage there. It will be a corner kick from the right hand side. The danger is not over yet for the Red and Greens. Hawker whips one in. Morris punches. It's still in there and it's a goal! Highgate lead. David Edwards with the goal. Morris came to clear. It came to a Highgate man who whipped it over the fence. And there was David Edwards to add the finishing touch into an empty net. Disappointing start for Coventry United. 13 minutes in, it's United 0, Highgate 1. Well, the best of goals conceded for Coventry United. Well, no goal is good to concede, but sloppy defending there. You've got to say Rich Morris should have tried to catch it. The punch wasn't powerful enough. And Highgate kept the ball alive in the area. And David Edwards was there, the number 4, to pop it home. Let's see what the red and green response will be. Haywood, long ball. Cox will deal with it just about. He's got to be careful as Dale Edwards tries to win the ball back. Ball down line, only finds Adagio. Hawker receives a challenge from Muzzy and Duna, and it will be a Highgate throw-in. In fact, no, the referee has overruled the assistant's decision. Not to me as if it was a United ball, but the United didn't seem to agree with myself or the referee, but it will be a United throw on their left-hand side towards Townsend. A little bit pushing the back of the Highgate player. Maybe it's come through to Josh O'Grady. Tries the through ball to what should he, deflected, and will fall to the feet of Brandon Bunn. So the score now, Coventry United 0, Highgate 1. Goalkeeper only finds Pierre Moodham, but Moodham's in control, allows Highgate to get the ball once again. Dale Edwards, ball penalty area, looking for Adagio. It's gone over everyone. Adagio will try and keep the ball with Highgate. He's forced down from behind by Ben Balance. Referee says no foul. Not many protests from the Highgate players, but the ball down line only as far as the defender Scott Turner. There's clearance to the ball as well. It's now Josh O'Grady. He's got Archudi on his left hand side. Townsend forward. O'Grady takes a tumble. Referee says no foul, and the United coaching staff are not too happy about it. Hawker striding forward. Dodges a challenge from Unduna. Lee Brown. Hawker. Haywood. Macaulay Manning. Forced down line, plays it into the centre now to Aaron Brown. Back to Manning. The return ball was good, but Thornton shrugs him off the ball. Ball towards O'Grady, a bit too powerful through the centre circle, but it's a mistake by Astley that allows O'Grady back on the ball, puts it through towards the penalty area. But actually was not quick enough. Brendan Bunn gathers the ball and quickly releases, finds Dale Edwards, ball towards Adagio, met with a head of Chris Cox from Coventry United. Look for Townsend. Will Townsend get there before Brendan Bunn? No, he won't. Bunn had to get there sharp, which he did. Here's Cox at centre back. Beats the ball by Hawker at balance, plays it forward for United. Blasco and Duna. Lovely ball down the left hand side, looking for Simeon Townsend. It's found him. Got the opportunity from the left hand side, and it's well blocked by Haywood, who makes the clearance down the wing. Once again, you have to pick up the ball. Bounce move across now. Cleared by Aaron Brown. Well, no, it's just a case of United put it forward. Highgate play it back. Thornton finds Moodham in space. on the right hand side, low cross, and that will easily be gathered by Brendan Bunn. A lot of promise in that move, but no reward for the home side. 15 minutes gone. Coventry United trail Highgate by 1-0. It's a side who have only won 5 of their opening 15 games. United currently in 6th place in the league, so this would be a pretty big upset. And, well, United have already got a number of players out through injury, and there was another player down in the centre circle. I'm not sure who it is. I think it is. I'm not sure who it is. Can't see the shirt number, but one of the United players is down. As I say, United already have a number of key players on the sidelines, and it's Muzzy and Duna who is on the floor in the centre circle. Certainly awkward landing there as he tried to gain the ball. He's being helped to his feet though by the physio. Seems okay to continue, but of course we'll have to vacate the pitch for now. The physio was called on.
It's that simple free. It comes walk straight in. He didn't make a pen.
We get set to restart the game. They drop ball. There was no foul given. The referee simply halted play to allow Duna the treatment he needed. It seems to be I think the shoulder of Duna. He plays it back to Brendan Bunn, the goalkeeper. Clearance towards the left-hand side. Moodham beats Brown in the air, but auto dash after a ball forward by Dale Edwards. Played back but only towards Anton Astley. Tricks his way past forward. A good run here by Astley. Tried to find Lee Brown, but the number 11 couldn't control it. Balance clears. Townsend is all on his own here. He needs some support. He's got O'Grady down line and finds him. O'Grady shepherds the ball away from Hayward. Balance. Chip pass towards Tommy Glasgow. That's a lovely ball towards Simeon Townsend. Onside. And Brendan Bunn comes out. He's tricked him. It's a foul against Simeon Townsend. Bunn came for the ball. Seems to have got there first before Townsend. Of course, Townsend was like a speeding bullet there, but he couldn't stop in time to make contact with Bunn. The referee has given the foul against United. So we're just coming up to 20 minutes in. Time's absolutely flying here at Sphinx Drive already. United are behind, with the goal coming from David Edwards after a poor punch from Rich Morris in the United goal. Clearance made by Brendan Bunn, looking for an option forward. It's nodded on by Lee Brown. Here's Adagio. Will he strike? He will, but drifts wide. United so far haven't registered a shot on target since the goal. Highgate seem on top at the moment in terms of opportunities. So not the start that United would have wanted. And there has been a goal at the Kassam Stadium. I believe it's gone to Oxford. We'll try and check that for you. Indeed it is. Oxford lead at the Kassam Stadium against Coventry City, so things have gone from bad to worse for fans of local sport. United losing 1-0, City losing 1-0. Glasgow tries to stride away from the defence, plays it on the left hand side now with Ben Balance. Striding down the left hand side, unopposed. Adagio's there trying to hook the run. Thornton. Kevin Thornton coming into the centre now, cutting in. Plays it back into the centre circle with Rob Frinswell. Nowhere to go at the moment. Lofted ball to the left hand side, finds Ben Balance. Thornton plays it forward towards Townsend. He's running over the defence. Offside called against Balance. There's a lovely flowing move, but the referee's assistant has called an end to it. And we can confirm it is Kane Hemmings who has scored.
It's coming. I didn't even see the game. Hold on.
Kane Hemmings has scored for Oxford against Coventry City. So certainly not the way that fans of local sport would have wanted today's fixtures to start. Brendan Bunn makes a clearance from the back. Several options forward. Cox meets it. Head away by Moodim. And Duna punches a challenge of Hawker beautifully. He puts it onto the right hand side now with Josh O'Grady. Edwards comes across and blocks his run. Through ball to Pierre Moodim. He's got shooting forward as well. Anton Astley sticks out a leg. Takes the ball away from United, played onto the left hand side. But the ball from Dale Edwards scuffed. Goes out of play for the Coventry United throw-in. That interception actually was crucial as United were starting to get their rhythm together. Set a throw, short one to Josh O'Grady, surrounded by his shirt. So O'Grady's taken out. Referee says no foul. Hawker, Brown, Astley. Here's Dale Edwards down the left hand side. Lovely 1-2 there with Marco Adagio. Edwards whips it in, and that's 2-0. That's a wonderful goal. Fantastic from Highgate. And Lee Brown heads it home. An unstoppable move from Highgate. And you've got to say, although it was a terrific header from Brown, it was an incredible run from Dale Edwards and a wonderful cross as well. But 23 minutes in, it's Coventry United 0, Highgate United 2, and you really can't argue with that scoreline right now. I mean, Coventry United have got a lot of making up to do right now. We've got 22 minutes until the break. They've got to get something on the board before the break to stand a chance of getting back into this one. If the first one was sloppy defending and sloppy goalkeeping, the second was just pure brilliance from Highgate. And here come the home side now. United lose the ball, but it's intercepted in the centre with Josh O'Grady. Tackle and clearance made at the back of Highgate. United pick it up at the back. Here's Valance. Thornton puts the ball forward towards Muzzy and Duna. Sally for and Duna. David Edwards gets there first, and it will be a United throw. Although I believe both sides were appealing for fouls. Valance will take. Finds Nduna. The pressure from Hayward. It's whipped in by O'Grady. Clearance made at the near post by David Edwards. And another United throw. A little bit further down. Valance takes. Easy dealt with by Hayward. Manning. Nduna nicks it away. Side challenge from Manning. Just to do it's put back into the box by Valance, floats over everyone's heads. O'Grady will put pieces on the right hand side. Can he get past Astley? Astley's holding O'Grady's arm. He's got the ball back. Ball put forward. Adagio battling the ball with Rob Prinzel. Prinzel able to find Rich Morris, his goalkeeper. Fire the way towards Moodim. And Lee Brown has got to the ball first, but there's been a bit of contact at the back of Moodim's head. And once again, the physio is required. Brown and Moodim both going for the ball. And the referee's now going to have a quick word with Rich Morris, who's been very vocal so far. 25 minutes gone at Sphinx Drive. Highgate leading by 2-0. First goal coming from David Edwards after a corner. Second came from a piece of absolute magic down the left hand side by Dale Edwards and was finished off by Lee Brown with a header in the box. Of course, things aren't going exactly well at the Kassam Stadium either, as Coventry City losing by 1-0 thanks to Kane Hemming, the former Walsall man. Mooney makes his way off the pitch. And Lee Brown plays it back to the goalkeeper. Morris finds Chris Cox. Mooden's been allowed back onto the pitch. Cox just waiting for an option. Well, you were saying a Sunday morning stroll there, no one around him. Prinzel. Cox once again. Plenty of time, plenty of space. How many options are there for the skipper? Here's Thornton playing more of a deeper role at the moment. United looking to try and contain the damage. Conceding 2 early goals. That's going now to Prinzel. Prinzel's long ball towards Townsend. Make contact with Astley. Now Highgate got the ball back. Walker, the captain. Anton Astley. We'll play it back to Brendan Bunn in goal. Clearance made towards the head of Brown. Prinzel gets there first. The clearance from David Edwards. Heads out of play for a Coventry United throw in. Mooden will take the resulting throw in. Just inside United's half, up line towards O'Grady. Roll off O'Grady's hand. Referee didn't see it, but it's out of play on the body of Muzzy and Duna. Bitterly cold day in Coventry. Sadly, the performance from the home side is doing nothing to warm the spirits of the home faithful. Hawker. Here's Manning. Bounce gets there first. Cox nods it away, but only as far as the captain, Hawker. The two captains going head to head there, and Hawker comes away with it. Here's Hayward. Thornton makes the interception, and now here's O'Grady. He's got Hayward steaming in behind him, puts the through ball through the heart of the defence, and Brun gets there just before Shuddy can make contact with the ball. The Highgate would have been in real trouble if Shuddy had been able to control that ball. Muzzy and Duna. Ball to O'Grady. Flicked onto Pierre Mooden. The ball towards Shuddy. May have found its target if Shuddy didn't slip. But it's a United ball. Hawker. Tried to find, I think it was Dale Edwards, but went out of play for a United throw. Mooden to take. Return ball by Unduna to Mooden, but a good challenge in the end by Macaulay Manning. Edwards strides into the centre circle onto the right now with Brad Hayward. Into defence with Scott Turner, locked in ball, but controlled by Adagio. Balance able to nick it away, however, from Lee Brown, the scorer of the second goal. Unduna. Townsend. And the immense pressure in the centre circle from Hawker and Brown, but he's eventually found Pierre Mooden. Hawker makes the interception with his chest. Unduna forces the captain down. And it will be a free kick right on the halfway line. Well, this season has really been a reality check for the Red Green Army. It's just their 4th season. In their 3 previous campaigns, they won the league. This year, United currently sit in 6th place. The owners wanting promotion again. It's certainly not out of the question. It will be tough, especially with the amount of injuries United currently have. And doing the rest of the clearance after the free kick was put into the penalty area. It's intercepted by Turner. Brown puts it onto the left hand side with Anton Astley. Highgate looking to build from the back. Forward to Adagio, keeps it away from Glasgow, but can't keep it away from Unduna. Good challenge. Unduna keeps it away from Hawker. Thornton overruns it. It's forward to Hawker once again. He will play it back to Brendan Bunn. Half an hour played at Springs Drive. Coventry United 0, Highgate United 2. Bunn's clearance, chested over to his teammate by Lee Brown. The return ball by Manning went over his teammate's head, straight to the hands of Rich Morris. To be fair with that Morris, it could have been more than 2. Header from Aaron Brown coming very close to giving Highgate the lead early on. Just saved on the line by the glove of Rich Morris. Thornton's long ball to the right hand side towards Mooden, which found Mooden, chested over to Josh O'Grady. It's back to Mooden, crossing opportunity. Astley makes the challenge as Mooden tries to cut into the penalty area. Great defensive work from Astley, and it will be a corner to Coventry United. Of course, regular viewers of the show will know we'll be taking a break at half time. Thornton. Combined challenge there between Manning and Dale Edwards. Clearance made. Controlled by Cox. Tries to put it back onto the left hand side towards Did Not Should He. Will he keep it in? Yes, he will. Try and keep it away from Hayward. He's got an option down line in Thornton and lays it off to Thornton. Takes around one Highgate play. Okay, take around another. Lovely 1-2 there between Not Should He and Thornton forced down. Penalty kick. Thornton forced down from behind. United have a lifeline. Kevin Thornton made a lovely 1-2 Not Should He. The return ball was a great one. It looked like Thornton was set to take the shot, but the best beard in the business was floored from behind. And it will be a spot kick. We saw one on Tuesday which was duly converted by the captain, Chris Cox. It is going to be the skipper taking the responsibility. It's Cox versus Brandon Bunn. Cox strikes and saved! Brilliant save down to his right hand side by Brandon Bunn. And for the first time since I believe the game against AFC Hinckley last season, Coventry United have missed a penalty. Well, the game just hasn't gone Coventry United's way. First they concede 2 goals, now they've missed a penalty. The ball's still alive though. Cox nods it over to Moodin. Moodin tries to keep it away from Edwards, put it into the penalty area. It's gone across goal. Here's Thornton, put it back in, and Thornton, will he have it in? Oh, it's well, the fans thought it went into the net. Sadly, it hit the side of the net. I wasn't sure for a second. And the ball was put back in. Thornton had the initial crack at it. It was cleared just about, and then Thornton with a header that hit the side of the net. United scrambling to just get something from the first half. They're 2 goals down. They've missed a penalty. It's been a dreadful first 35 minutes. United can't let the tests of the first 35 minutes get the best of them. They've still got plenty of time to turn this around. They've just got to believe in themselves. They've got the quality. All they need is the right opportunity and probably a little bit of luck as well. But I think I'm right in saying that was the first penalty Coventry United have missed since the game against AFC Hinckley last season when Rich Blythe missed a spot kick in that 2-2 draw. Adagio seemed to come off his hand on the edge of the air, but he still controlled it. The referee allowing play on. Moody makes the clearance. It's come out to Aaron Brown. Tries the ball to the right hand side. No one there. It's taking a touch off Thornton, I believe, on the way through. Thornton's not happy about his own play there. There will be a throw on the far side to Highgate. It will be Brandon Hayward to take it. Hawker. Poor pass, only finds Thornton. Thornton left the ball towards Townsend. Clearance made, but the slip from Hayward allowed United a chance to regroup with a throw. United 2 goals down at the moment. Cox plays it back to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris. United do from the back. Morris still with the ball. Hoops it away towards the right hand side. Head forward by Dale Edwards. Brown is aimed towards Manning but intercepted by Glasgow. It's picked up on the left by Valence. Ben Valence now with Tommy Glasgow. Glasgow plays it forward and Duno is back to goal. It's forced away from the box and intercepted well by Turner and punted forward only as far as Rob Prinzel. Prinzel to forward. O'Grady tries to flick it on towards Unduna. Edwards tried to find his teammate, but it was blocked by his own player. It's still alive now with Did Not Should He. Finds Pierre Moodin and out of play for a corner off the leg of Anton Astley. And a second goal at the Kassam Stadium And it's not good news for Sky Blues fans. Another goal to Oxford. And what you know, it's Kane Hemming again. As Moodham has an attempt at goal. It's horribly skewed. Might have been a terrible day for our local teams. Coventry United 2 goals down, and now Coventry City 2 goals down at the Kassam Stadium in front of 1,300 travelling Coventry City fans. In fact, no, actually, we're being told that it was in fact an own goal from Jamie Sterry. A couple of fans saying that it was in fact a goal from Kane Hemming, but we're being told by the Coventry City Twitter page that in fact it was an own goal from Sterry. Hemming had an attempt, but it was diverted into his own net by Newcastle loanee Jamie Sterry. So it was a goal of Kane Hemming's making, but not one that will go down as a Kane Hemming goal. Well, it has been a truly wretched start for our local teams. Got less than 10 minutes to go until half-time, and we will be taking a short break at half-time to swap over the laptop batteries to ensure we can bring you the second half of this match in full. But don't be alarmed, we do go off there for around 5 or 10 minutes. Then across the back for Highgate. Astley. Delegates. Manning. Short of the challenge of Glasgow, but can't get the ball around. Moodham. Glasgow now plays it back to Moodham. Low pass. Townsend. Moodham once again takes around Astley. Beautiful. Sergei Moodham tries to find Otshudi. And a combination of Hawker and Brown in there as well. They able to dispossess the United man. It's just not going the way of the red and greens. Broad makes the clearance over the head of Chris Cox. Balance gets his head to it eventually. Cox looking for an option on the left hand side. No one there, but Thornton will keep it in. Forward ball to O'Grady, intercepted well by Hayward. Here's Aaron Brown. Anton Astley. And the pressure from Moodham. Shepherds the ball away. Now he's got Nduna for company as well. With the work from Anton Astley finding Dale Edwards. Here's Brown. Adagio flips it on looking for Lee Brown, but Prinzel makes the interception. But 2-0, he can afford to be a little bit arrogant, but it may come back to haunt Highgate. The ball to the area towards Simeon Townsend. The control wasn't there. It will fall into the feet of Brandon Byrne. He'll take his time, pick up the ball. Just over 5 minutes until the break. But don't forget, as we come to the end of this first half coverage on Coventry Match Day, if you are enjoying the coverage so far, do hit that like button on YouTube. It really does help us out, and also hit the subscribe button for more updates about the coverage. Nduna. There's a 1-2 with Otshudi. Townsend shrugged off the ball. Turner. Manning. Lofted ball looking for Adagio. Prinzel gets there first and puts it out for a throw-in. Aaron Brown will lead the throw for Anton Astley. Astley takes the throw. Dale Edwards. Go back to the goalkeeper, Brendan Bunn. Comes it away, looking for Lee Brown. Got to make sure he won't get there. Glasgow, now Moodham. Ball blocked by Dale Edwards. Hawker, now Edwards again. It's fired away by Prinzel. Watch the camera, Rob. Will be a throw-in once again to Highgate. I think we're going to need a sniffer dog to try and find that ball. A new ball is going to be required, as one of the fans is going to try and find the one we were originally using. United still losing by 2-0. Next 2 strikes from first David Edwards, then Lee Brown. Taken, and Nduna tries to get away from Brown and does so beautifully. Ball up line. It's eventually finds its way to Josh O'Grady. Manning makes the challenge. taken by Pierre Moodham at right back. And Duna. Let's take it away from Manning. Manning does well to dispossess the United man. It's not been the best of days for the United. 1-2 between Manning and Brown. Manning takes it away from Nduna. Hawker. A couple of minutes to go until half time. Edwards. Hawker. Just a game of keep away at the moment. You're not constantly get touched on the ball. They have now. And Nduna plays it into the centre circle with Josh O'Grady. He does the challenge beautifully. He's now got Townsend making the run. It's still O'Grady though will strike and blocked well by Turner. And it will fall into the grateful grasp of Brendan Bunn. But just as it looked like there was going to be an opening for United, the door slammed shut. And Duna makes an interception in the centre circle, taking the ball away from Aaron Brown. Lays it off to O'Grady. That's a bit of skill there to take it away from Adagio. Adagio's picked up once again. Looks like to come on here at speed stride. Here's Macaulay Manning. Marco Adagio. Well, about to make the challenge. Referee says a foul on Marco Adagio. Just over 2 minutes until the end of normal time. There should be a couple of minutes of injury time due to stoppages for Nduna and Moodham. Receiving treatment from the physio. Despite being 2 goals up, they're pushing everyone forward. Highgate forward to the area. Edwards gets there. It's up rather than out by Prinzel. Poor punch by Morris, and it's over the crossbar. And it was Marcus Manning who swung at the ball. If he just kept the ball down just a little bit, it could have been 3-0. Once again, Morris didn't get a clean contact on that punch. And it could well have been a third. And you've got to say, Highgate probably would deserve it. Townsend nods forward, looking for what should he. Only as far as Anton Astley. There, Edwards. Brown. This chance from behind by Nduna, no foul. Townsend to Kevin Thornton. O'Grady's got space on the left, and he finds Josh O'Grady. About to make the run with him as Macaulay. Manning comes in to try and block it. It's into the area. Oh, and still no opportunity. Moodham. No, Nduna. It's just saved how many times did United come close. They've almost put across the goal. But Shuddy and Townsend were both in there. Neither could make the contact. Moodham put it back in, and Nduna tried a little back heel to try and put it into the net, but it didn't work. You can't come much closer to scoring without finding the back of the net. This has just not been United's day so far. Let's keep our fingers crossed for the home side's sake, but their fortunes will change after the break. Is O'Grady. Dodges multiple challenges. He's still going O'Grady. He's forced down the edge of the area. Free kick Coventry United. You've got to give O'Grady credit there. A lot of players could have just said, you know what, it's come to the end of the first half. I'm not going to get through. Let's just leave it at that. But no, he kept on going. Wigged his way out of 3, 4, maybe even 5 challenges. He's gone down eventually. And now United have got themselves a golden opportunity to get something before the break. Well, several players over it. Prinzel, who scored on Tuesday, with a free kick from this sort of range. O'Grady has left it. Thornton's still standing over it, but Rob Prinzel, he's got this sort of chances in his locker. He scored from this position on Tuesday. Let's see what he can do. It is going to be Prinzel. He'll strike straight into the wall. It'll now fall for Lee Brown on the left-hand side for Highgate. Puts it out for a United throw. United looking to get the game started quickly. They look just one more chance before the break. Moodham. Hefty challenge there from Anton Astley, but it's won back. Long ball, here's Marco Adagio. And headed back to goal by Ben Balance. Morris clears with the throw. Kevin Thornton. Long rocket ball. And Nduna. Good control. He's got Moodham behind him. To place it into the centre with Josh O'Grady. Now Thornton. United building from the back here, and they're doing it beautifully. Here's Thornton. Will he try on himself? Kevin Thornton! It's blocked! Valance onside. Keeps the move alive for the red and greens. With the pressure from Hawker, cross is put in. Simeon Townsend receives the push from the back, headed away by Brown. Glasgow picks it up in the centre. Only finds Hawker with the ball. And the referee brings an end to a rather torrid first half for Coventry United. Highgate with a deserved 2-goal lead as we come to the end of the opening 45 minutes. Nothing United have attempted has been pulled off to the full extent that it could have been. Well, the first goal came around 13 minutes in. David Edwards finding the net after Rich Morris came and tried to punch the ball, didn't do so cleanly. The ball eventually found David Edwards, who just had to place the ball into an empty net. And then a piece of sheer brilliance from Dale Edwards gifted Lee Brown a cracking opportunity in the penalty area, just nod it in, which he of course did for 2-0. Now a lifeline came to Coventry as Kevin Thornton was fouled from behind in the penalty area. But for the first time since the game against AFC Hinckley right here at Streets Drive last season, Coventry United missed a penalty. Chris Cox's attempt well saved down to his right hand side by Brendan Bunn. But to be fair to Highgate, they fully deserved this 2-0 lead. It could have even been more. They had more chances to go further in front. They didn't take them. Could they live to rue those missed opportunities? We'll have to wait and see as we get set for the second half here at Streets Drive. We're going to take a short break now on Coventry United Match Day to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring the second part of this game in full. So check back in around 5 minutes' time as Coventry United Match Day continues with live coverage of Coventry United versus Highgate.